And welcome back to UKSG Red 2025. We are live from Glasgow, Scotland. We're here raising money for Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. And with your donations, 90% of your donations will go towards supporting Crisis, with the remaining 10% going towards UKSG's future events to make sure we can still come here and raise money for a great cause. Before we introduce the next run, I do have a few little donations to read out. We've got £25 from Mortified the Penguin with no comment, but thank you for your donation. And we have £50 again from Shidohari saying, following up on Skenme, last donation for the event. You know what you want, chat. You want Arg and Huds to go head-to-head. Best numpty take all. And that does mean we have met the Args v Huds 1v1 showdown incentive. So we will be seeing that later on tonight. But for now, we are going into some Trackmania with Proasek. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Dino. Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It is a pleasure to be here. My name is Proasek. This is Trackmania, a game best known for fast cars and precise driving. You're not going to see much of that because I'm not that great at the game. That's why I had to invent my own category for it. So instead, we're going to be going through to this track here, Vanilla Constructions by Mr. Pepsi and Tag, and that is one of the tracks of the day. There's released one every day of the year. This was September 20th, yep. So basically, I'll get straight into it. You will not see much normal driving. This is a very different run, and it's so entertaining. So, time will start about 3 seconds after I press enter here, I will say. Okay, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, go! So, we're going to be a drive-by conversation here with Wendy, and she will tell us that unfortunately her cat Pilchard has gone missing. Oh no. So she's recommended we do what every sensible person does in this situation. Break into a construction yard and talk to a bunch of vehicles. Honestly, I think something untoward was slipped in her coffee this morning if she can think vehicles talk, but we'll do what she says. We might find something. First thing that I'm going to mention, there's a bit of minor tech here. I'm going to do a wall slap off the left side, and that's to kick out the back tires and get a better slide so I can turn the corner faster, and then hit a wall and eliminating all the time save. Carefully these cones. Here we see a vehicle named Lofty. Driver's nowhere to be seen, but there is evidence that apparently the cat went into the sewers while Lofty was laying pipe. So we're going to run through the sewers and see if we can't track down the people that went in to rescue the cat. Because after all, this is a responsible workplace. They stopped all constructions rather than just break in the cat to the sewers. That would be awful. Sewers, I should mention, is the most risky part of this run, mostly because of this pipe here. Let's see if it's good to me. It is. This game is completely consistent. I am inconsistent. It's very much a picnic error for any of my IT fans in chat. It can kind of just stop you dead in the tracks and you have to backtrack like 4 times if you ever want to make it up. Fortunately, it was kind to us. Let's see if that continues. There is another ramp later on, but it's nowhere near as bad on time. Made it through that section there, and this is the first of 2 major platforming or trials, whichever you prefer. Car call, maybe? No? Anyone? No? Just me? Maybe my dad? One of the first 2 trial sections in this run, which is what really gives it its character. The first one is very much maintaining speed, precise driving over pipe ramps. Tried a wall hit there, but wasn't really set up properly. This is the second section, by the way. This ramp can take me like 6 attempts to get up. No idea why. I'm not good at this game enough to know what I'm doing wrong, but it worked that time. The second section we'll come to in a little bit is much more kind of trying to find the path. It's a lot more similar to RPG tracks in this game, if you're familiar with those. If not, don't worry. We here find Farmer Pickles. He says, "Good morning, dear." Here we are. And he tells us that he ran into Pickles, ran into the cat, and he tried to catch her, but unfortunately, Pickles is just too fast and got away, and now Farmer Pickles is stuck in the sewers. Unfortunately for him, we care about cat rescue, not farmer rescue, so he can just stay here. We can brick it up. Now, he was with someone called Trevor. We don't know Trevor, really, but apparently Trevor was able to get out through this convenient car-sized exit ramp that's just in every sewer. And so we'll be able to track down where Trevor's gone and hopefully find the cat. There is this oil trail that we follow, and again, another little warning about this. This oil trail is made of 3D geometry, and if you are unlucky, which I have been once or twice, you can bounce off of that, flip your car, and completely destroy your run right after exiting sewers, the hardest part. Oh, what's that? It's Trevor, and Trevor's a tractor. You know, maybe there's something in the water around this town. That's why people keep thinking that cars can talk. That might explain it, in which case I'll stick with bottled water for now. We're going into caves now, and this is a lot shorter in the speedrun because I already know where to go. Whoop, careful now. Careful now there. Because I already know where to go, this is a relatively short section as compared to the first, but when playing this casually, I absolutely recommend, if you have the ability, to come back and play this track. Because it is a big old maze of, okay, that's where I need to be. Where do I need to go to get there? Where do I need to go to get there? Once you know it, honestly, that entire left side of the track, or from that perspective, that side of the track, you don't have to visit it at all, but there are so many false leads and loose ends. Coming up to the end here, this is another bit of a slightly dangerous section, but I think I'm good. Yes, I am. I'm sorry, Dino, you're not going to have much time. By the looks, it's all gone perfectly.
I love that. That's exactly what I came to see.
Why did I have to open my mouth? That's fine. That's only like a 3 second, not 3 second, but less than a minute of reset. But if you've got anything quick you'd like to say, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of things in chat right now saying that people love the fact that the car is like missing textures.
Oh, yes. So, previously, Trackmania had club and simple standard access. In standard access, you couldn't edit your car, but they've discontinued that as of this year, so I had to upgrade. And so I thought, why not? I'll modify my car texture. I don't have no ideas. I have an idea.
Go against the grain and go, oh, I'll do a missing texture, that works.
Yeah, it's also the source missing texture, not like Nadeo's one. By the way, we've come here to someone else in that... Is that a scarecrow? Oh dear, it's a scarecrow, and he's talking to... You know what? I think I figured it out. This town is haunted. This town is haunted. That explains why people keep thinking cars can talk. That would do it. So you took... Notice I did reset there. That is part of the run. We now actually go on the main section of the track. Yes, there is actually a racetrack involved in this Trackmania course. I'm surprised. I'm shocked, honestly. It's not completely normal. It is bobsled, which is a perfectly normal material for F1 cars to be going through.
I'd pay to see it.
I would. We're going to try here to maintain about 350. I was at 330. Should still be fine. This is what I like to refer to as techie hell, because it can take me 5 minutes or it can take me 20 seconds. Slightly slow, maybe? Hopefully. Basically, what Spud told us was we have to jump off of the course and try and get into caves backwards. Because, well, we found Pilchard. We found Pilchard, but we couldn't access Pilchard. Maybe? No, nowhere near enough speed. I'm going to have to go for it again. One last thing to say about bobsled that I should probably mention. I'm using Action Key 3, default number line key 3 on the keyboard. And that limits my steering authority to 60% and then steering into the bobsled. And that just helps build speed so much better than trying to maintain stability. I think I'm vaguely losing my voice, but that's about expected. We saw that coming. That's much better speed, about 360 coming off of that section. Into here. Kind of... No, I'll do that again, just for safety.
I love the action replay feature. It looks really cool.
It is really good, yeah. Unfortunately, there's a checkpoint right at the last moment, and if everything goes wrong and then I hit the checkpoint, I can't do that anymore. 367, that should be plenty of fine. Plenty of speed, rather. I said both speed and time, and that just did not work. Out of Action Key 3, so I got full steering. Using a little bit of pulsed steering. That looks good. And I'm upside down, so I'm going to have to take that again. But yeah, I'm teasing you, audience. As I said, this is absolutely techie hell, and it's called that because Techie voices character Spud, and it's his idea. But we're here. We found Pilchard. Meow. Pilchard, fortunately I am entirely fluent in cat language, so what Pilchard told us is to go back to Wendy without taking any resets. We can't just hit delete and go right back to the start. We have to backtrack our way to Wendy, but this is basically the victory lap of the run. We pass by Trevor. Try not to think too deeply about why Trevor can speak. I'm sure it's normal, perfectly no paranormal. I'm leaving this town as fast as I can. There is one last bit of technique that I will do right at the end, so watch out for it. It's called a bug slide, and there's no reason really to it. It saves femtoseconds, if anything, but I just like to put a bit of swaz on it right at the end. Basically what I'm going to do is land essentially at 90 degrees to the road, steer into it and hold the handbrake. And that causes the car to snap much faster, and there it is, that's time. As I said, this has potential to be very quick. Literally, that's world record. Or...
world record hype!
Yeah. Or it could take another 10 minutes and I'd be here overestimating and panicking. So it was either or. But, yeah, that's the time. Shout out once again to the makers of this track, Tag and Mr. Pepsi. Shout out to all of the voice actors. We didn't, unfortunately, have time to go through all of the... I mean, we definitely had time, but I didn't think about it ahead of time. Oh, well. We didn't stop to listen to all the voice. I turned it off anyway. But each character has its unique voice. And in this track, there are way more than the key dialogues here. There's, like, I don't know, 30 different voiced characters in this track. It is absurd, really. So... genuinely, go follow that YouTube link, see all the cutscenes if you want, and the outtakes. Play this track if you have the ability. Do the speedrun. Beat 820. I know you can. There were mistakes in that. I want competition. I want to run this. If people want to see more from me, I will be doing more streams come spring over on twitch.tv/Proasek. You can also find my YouTube channel at ProasekSR. And you will always find me available on Discord, either through UKSG or through my main game, Hot Wheels World Race. With that, shout-outs to the Trackmania community and the Trackmania speedrunning community in particular, who described this run as interesting. I agree. Shout-out to, honestly, all the tech, all the hosts, all the other runners. I'm going to get out of here, because I know you're all looking forward to what's coming next. Dino, take it back.
Thank you very much. Great run. And world record as well. Can we get a round of applause for world records?
Technically unrecorded 7-something, but we don't worry about it. It's a world record, yeah.
Yeah, it's official world record. We take it, a UKSG world record. Who could ask for more? But yeah, coming up next, we have a little bit of a bonus segment at the moment. Argic and Hud's Address to a Haggis, Scottish percent. Are we all excited for that? I certainly am. So, GG again, Proasek. Thank you very much for doing Trackmania, and we'll be right back with an Address to a Haggis.